Testing, 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 testing. I think we good, y'all. I think we good. Give me 1 second to send this out. All right. Think we finally good. Let's get started now, man. Let's get started. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Keith back with another market analysis, stocks and futures. Today is Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, January 27th, 2026. We finna do our analysis for Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. Okay. First thing first, tell y'all we had a nice, easy, smooth trading day today, man. Really wasn't too hard of a trading day. Everything pretty much worked out exactly how we looked when we did our analysis last night. Pretty much it worked out to a T with our analysis last night. So I'm definitely gonna show y'all on the charts on that. But yeah, so we gonna make sure we do our analysis every time we can, so we can have easy days like that. All right. But first thing first, I want to go over tomorrow. We have Trump speaking at 7:30. It's scheduled at 7:30. Today they had him scheduled at 7:30, and they ended up pushing it all the way to market close. But he's scheduled at 7:30 tomorrow. We got crude oil at 9:30, and then tomorrow I told y'all at 1 p.m. all the way to 1:30. We got all the FOMC, Fed interest rate decisions, all kind of FOMC stuff coming out, man. So tomorrow, big day, especially in the afternoon. Definitely can see a lot of volatility tomorrow, especially towards the end of the day. So be on the lookout. Trade smart, trade safe. Don't over leverage. Y'all know me. More than likely, I'll probably be off the charts during that time. If I do be on, I'm trading extremely light. Okay. But definitely looking forward to tomorrow. And then y'all know it's Wednesday. This is when I like buying my option contracts. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So definitely be looking out on those. And then, of course, as I got it on the screen, y'all can see Wednesday, January 28th, we got some heavy hitters coming out when it comes to earnings. Pre-market, we got ASML, AT&T, Starbucks, Progressive, ADP. Got some nice, decent names at the beginning. Then this is what we all are looking forward to. After the close, we got Microsoft, big dog. Meta, big dog. Tesla, big dog. ServiceNow, another big dog. IBM, Waste Management. We got a couple good names coming out tomorrow evening. And then, of course, we know Thursday, Apple and Caterpillar. We looking for them too Thursday. Okay. But we're going to check out some of these charts tonight. I know I am actually like an hour or two later than I normally do. So I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm going to try to make sure I at least be on at a reasonable time. So maybe tomorrow I will try my best to at least start around at 7:30 if I can. Okay, to go ahead and get the analysis out the way. All right, but going into the chart, so that's all the earnings we got coming up. Like we said, we got some nice news coming out in the market in the evening, but we do got Trump speaking in the morning. Okay, now going over these charts, let's go to SPY first. Y'all know what I did. Monday we end up buying loans for SPY. Let me go over here. We bought loans for SPY. We said, hey, when we got here on Sunday, we said SPY had this green candle right here for that Friday. We said if it breaks this high and make this higher high, it's forming an uptrend. We have higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay. We made that higher high. We took the loans at that break of this high, right? When we broke it, we took them loans. We held the loans because we was like, you know what? We don't really see nothing in the way to stop us from going to these all-time highs. So we held the loans on Monday. We said we're gonna hold these loans and see if we can get to these highs. And what happened today? Like we said, pretty much went to a T. Perfectly how we wanted it to go. We went and took them highs out. Of course, cashed out on that trade. Okay, nice trade on the options. Um, like I told y'all last night though, in the analysis, if you missed out on this spy trade for options, when Monday came, I said, hey, it's a chance that we get a slight pullback, but honestly, you probably got to look on that hourly, and when you see an uptrend form, just get in the long to take it up there, because it may not give you that retest down here at that 689 level. Well, that's exactly what happened. It did a slight pullback, and then it just went straight up to the next high. Okay. Now looking at SPY currently, if we looking at SPY, we took out our target high right here at 695. 695, I mean 696.09, we took that high out. But if we look into the right or look at today's candle, we failed to close above the high. So this is not a sign of continuation right now, okay? It's not a sign of continuation. A sign of continuation would have been if we closed past them highs, okay? If we were to have closed past them highs, we would have had a sign of continuation. But by us closing green, hold up, make sure that line there. By us closing green, it still give us hope that, hey, green candle tells us price want to move up. So it's still telling us, hey, it's a chance that we still might come back up and try to break and close past this high. So we could very well see a slight pullback and then push right back up to retest these highs. So that's kind of what we'll probably be looking for tomorrow. See if we get a slight pullback to push back above these highs. Honestly, that's probably the main trade we would look for SPY is just that pullback, then go back, retest them highs. So we'll look for an uptrend to form underneath here to retest to see if we can finally close above this high and start building base above. If we can build an uptrend above these highs, then there's no telling where we'll be heading to. SPY could very well mail that uptrend, possibly come hit that 698, 697 area. Maybe even get up to those 700s. It just depends. If we close past these highs, that'll finally give us that continuation that we need to, squeeze up to those 700s. Okay. Now, so what I'm looking for, my main trade for SPY was this Monday trade. But now, like I said, I'm gonna be a lot more safer, a lot more precautions with SPY. But I'm looking for a slight pullback, then push back up. So let's drop down to the lower time frame. See if it gave us. Oh, it looked like it already did it. It's kind of what I was looking for, but it already kind of did it overnight. So slight pullback, then retest them highs. So pretty much it did the trade that I kind of wanted. Maybe if we come back down again, come down a little deeper, build an uptrend underneath, then take it. It's risky. I think I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I think by looking at this chart, especially on that daily and hourly, SPY kind of look like it probably can consolidate until we get FOMC and the Fed interest rate decision at one. It's a chance that we might see it go sideways for a little bit. It's a chance. Because like I said, this pretty much was the trade I was looking for to happen tomorrow, but it already did it. In the aftermarket. So pretty much all I can really say is I'm gonna be bullish because we closed green. So every time we get a pullback, as long as we in the uptrend, that green candle, we can try to keep following the uptrend. So right now we broke out, so that was the breakout. If we can't close past this previous high over here to the left, Right here, this previous pre-market high over there to the left at 697. We can't close past it. I'll look for that pullback back down to 696.09. If we come tap this, y'all know what we always look for. We look for that uptrend to start forming, and we'll take it right back up to that 697 level. If we do close past the 697 level on the hourly, then we looking for an uptrend to form above it, and we just gonna ride the wave because we at all-time highs. When you at all-time highs, that's the tricky part about all-time highs is you gotta kind of ride the wave. You can't really. We don't got no true targets to the left. We don't know where daily gaps at. So you gotta kind of ride a wave, just like right here. When we got higher high, higher low, with a higher high, higher low, we made that higher high. You know it's an uptrend at that point. Let the pullback come. When the first green come, get in long, set your stop loss at that recent low. We just riding. We just riding it on these higher lows until that uptrend finally break. Okay, until that uptrend finally break, then we leave it alone. So pretty much that's what we're gonna have to do tomorrow for these all-time highs. So if we try to see what positions and what trades we're looking for, like I said, above that 697.35 level, if we build an uptrend, we would like to take longs. We just, like we said, we don't really got no true targets. We gotta kind of get in and then maybe go down to the 5 minute or the 1 minute and see whenever a uptrend breaks. When it start forming a downtrend or when it make a lower low, we can get on out the trade. Same thing for down here. If we come down here, I'm looking for the exact same type of entry. We want that high, low, higher high. Boom, that's the uptrend. We take it on up to first the 697 level, and if we can keep pushing past, we hold. Okay. In the event of us breaking this uptrend, we break this uptrend. Only way I'll be looking for shorts, I'll need us to break below 694, the 694.91 level, and then I want to see us build a downtrend underneath it. We gotta break below it. Now I want to see a low, high, lower low. Boom, take them shorts. Possibly take it down to 693.50. Maybe to even clear this gap right here down to 693 flat. And if it keep pushing, then we might be trying to come retest that 689 level. Okay. So pretty much we'll be sitting, but I'm gonna be bullish just because the daily candle was green. So I'm gonna stay bullish for now. But if we get these higher lows starting to get taken out, we will reconsider them shorts. Okay. Give me a second. I'm trying to mark out all these higher lows for y'all. So these hourly higher lows. We got an hourly gap. Let's mark out these hourly gaps. Got an hourly gap here. I think that's the only one we got up here. Up. Might got one right here. Yeah, we got one right here. All right. So we could get potential entries off these hourly gaps to the upside, or if it's underneath it, we can take it to the downside. If we get them structures underneath these hourly gaps. See that? But me personally, like I said, I already got my main trade on. On SPY. So I kind of it made this higher high. It did its job. At this point, I gotta kind of wait and be patient to see what SPY wants to do at this point. Because you're taking a risk. You had all-time highs. It already made a higher high. It very well can, switch to a downtrend at this point. So you gotta be careful. Like I said, be smart trading. Know where you at in the trend. That's the biggest thing. Know where you at in the trend. We in an uptrend. If we in an uptrend, it's not really smart for me to go heavy when we already made a higher high. Because what? It got to do a pullback at some point. So be smart. Like I said, I'm trading extremely light there. And then if we break break a uptrend on like a 1 minute or 5 minute, and I got in off the hourly, I'm gonna cut my trade and take my profits. Okay, so well, all these dang lines is. Let me get this line because I'll be able to see that high when I go over there on the when we trade live. I'll move this one. I don't like y'all know I don't like all these drawings on here, but I'm trying to keep these long and short position tools for y'all so we can go over the trades on Saturday. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm looking for SPY. Really, you gotta just trade on based on the hourly. Can't really trade on the daily. If you trying to trade on that daily, we need to close above these highs at 696.09. Okay, either close above if you want to be bullish, or we need to get a red candle come in underneath it to start thinking about being bearish. So really, tomorrow, if you somebody trade on the daily, leave SPY alone. Okay, if you want to trade on the daily, leave SPY alone. All right, jumping over to QQQ. QQQ might be a little bit better to trade just because we got actual targets to the left. We ain't at all time highs just yet. QQQ. Like we said, QQQ also had to come make a higher high. We was looking for QQQ to come up make this new higher high, and it did. It came and broke that 630 level. That was our target. We said, hey, for QQQ today, if it come retest this 23 level, that's where you can look for a long. But we said, hey, it might very well gap inside of this daily gap. And that's what it did. Gap inside the daily gap. Now, if you was on the live stream this morning, when I seen us gap up here, I told you, I said, hey, we might pull back to clear this counter wick right here, and then we'll push straight up. Literally, that's exactly what happened. We called it to a T today. It came down, and cleared that gap right there. Well, not on the 1 minute, it ain't Philly, but on the daily, it cleared the daily gap. And it instantly reversed back up and went bullish. So we was able to capitalize off of this. We took it on M and Q instead of QQQ. So we took it on futures. We could have took it on QQQ too. I just wasn't thinking during that time. But we ended up catching it right here. When it's uptrend form, we made a high low, and boom. Soon that higher high came, we got in them longs, rolled it all the way up. And it was a beautiful trade on stream. Everybody who was on stream got that pretty easy trade today. So, but going into tomorrow, what we looking for? We did close above this daily gap. We did close above the previous structure high. So all we looking for is actually QQ look more enticing than SPY. All we looking for now is what? Uptrend form above here to lead us to that all-time high. Okay. Now I think it's gonna be a little bit of stretch to go to that all-time high just by tomorrow. I think we probably get like, oh, give me 1 second. All right, we probably get a high. So we got our high, got a low, higher high. I don't know. It's a chance that we might need to build structure, but with Fed interest rate decision, it is still possible to just shoot straight up with one candle. So I'm not gonna put it past the Fed decision rate, but that is a big gap. You know what I'm saying? That's a big gap, man. But it's a chance. It's a chance that we can shoot. Oh well, never mind. We probably get up there because I'm looking at the aftermarket close. It's already dang near there. So yeah, if we open up somewhere up here, that Fed rates could get us all the way up there. Cause we already start pushing. But what I was saying though, the trade we wanted was basically build an uptrend above this high right here at 630. It already did it. It already did it in the aftermarket. So kind of like SPY, it already did our trade. So we dang near. I'm not gonna say we don't got a trade for tomorrow, but both the two did our trade in the aftermarket once the market closed. So that kind of sucks because this the trade we was looking for. We said what we want to see the uptrend form above this line. Well, we got the high, got the low, boom, higher high in the aftermarket, and it's gone. You know, so it did what we wanted. It just did it while market is closed. So that's the only thing that sucks. But tomorrow we could try to see if this uptrend can stay intact. Try to see if this uptrend can stay intact. So we gotta wait on what? A pullback. Gotta wait on some type of pullback, man. So we need a red candle to come. Let it drop, drop, drop. Then we look for that first green candle. Once that first green candle come, boom, we looking to aim back for them highs, okay? So let's mark out this hourly gaps and stuff. So maybe bounce here. We can look for an entry here to go long. Maybe if it bounce off of there. That's really the only gap we got. So if it failed at this gap and build a downtrend underneath it, we should be coming down to these lows. So if it bears, this is where you'll be looking for shorts. If we make a downtrend underneath 632.20, the bulls, if we pull back, because we could just shoot straight up there, you know. But if we get a pullback, you want to look to get in them longs off of 632.66. We want a high, low, higher high, get in right there, take it on up, at least up to the previous high, structure high. Okay. So let's set our long position tools. We look possibly like right here. Let's say first target probably like right here. Stop at the bottom of there. And then for the shorts, just the opposite. And I can get in the shorts, but I hate getting in shorts when it was a green candle. You get what I'm saying? Like I literally had to have it be a downtrend, and I'm gonna get in lighter than I would a regular long. So, but that'll be the short. It's the trade right there. Okay, this will be what we'll be looking for the shorts. All right, moving on. M&Q. This is where we made our money today. M&Q, like I said, went perfectly to the T of how we wanted these charts to go. Going to that daily, we said for M&Q, hey, we opened up inside this gap at that 530 mark. We was like, hey, it's one or two things that we looking for M&Q. This was the other day. Let me delete that. I don't even know why that's still on there. But we said it's one or two things we look for. Either it come retest the bottom of this gap and we can go long, or I told y'all it don't even have to retest the bottom of the gap because of what? It never touched the top of this daily gap. So I said, hey, we really could just come down a little bit, build an uptrend, and then go long, you know. And that's what it did. It came down a little bit. I think I told y'all on stream. I ended up getting M&Q overnight. So M&Q, I got in after the stream. I got in M&Q longs. Where was it at? Was it here? No, I think it was right around here. 26. Yeah, it was somewhere. I got them long somewhere over here. Let me see. I think it was. Let me go back to that daily. Yeah, it was after what time was our stream, y'all? Cause I think this was on here, but I just moved it. I had moved it. Let me see. Our stream was like what time? Yeah, it don't matter. I figured it out. But we ended up catching them loans overnight. And then like we said, in the morning, we told ourselves, hey, when market opens up, we either want to see uptrend above this daily gap to go long. So we basically want to see what this right here. We wanted to see this. What the world? Come on now. To go take this first previous high right here. We said we need to take this previous high. So we was aiming for that 26,000. What is it? 26,000, 46.25 level. So we need a high, low, higher high to get in them longs above the daily gap though. And then if it can hold above this 26,046 level, we look for the loans up to the next high, which was right here. See that? And delete some of this stuff. Okay. Which was right here at 119.25. So literally today we did the exact same. That was exactly what we did. We was on the 1 minute because that was the time frame that gave us our entry. But we seen it come above. We seen it come above. And this is the drawing tool we had yesterday. So I didn't even move this drawing tool. This is the one we had yesterday, last night in stream. And I actually got in at a better entry than that part right there. I got in actually around right here. So but yeah, like we said, we needed an uptrend above that daily gap. We came above the daily gap. We got a high. Let's mark it out. We got that high, got that low, and then boom, right here, got that higher high. We got in them loans. Like we said, our first target we closed out at though was at 26 12 because we knew we got in on the 1 minute in case it just wasn't ready to shoot all the way up there yet. So we sold most right here. But then once we seen it close past, we knew, hey, this is the target it's trying to go to. We took it to that previous high. Okay. So for tomorrow, what we looking for tomorrow now? That's all the recaps of the day. Well, other than gold, we did take gold loans towards the end. But for tomorrow, what we looking for? We got this. This a major daily gap right here. This the last daily gap we got before we go to all-time highs. Okay. Well, actually, let's see. Do we got one? Oh wow, they almost snuck one. They almost snuck one, man. Let's mark that out. I thought that was the last daily gap we had. We actually got one more. I did not see that. Good thing we checked. Well, it's the second to last daily gap we got before reaching all-time highs. Okay. Pretty much what we want to see. This kind of opened below. So kind of what I want to see is if it come retest the bottom of this daily gap, it probably already did it, but if it retests the daily gap at the bottom and form an uptrend off of it, that's where we want to take the long. So if it comes down there, tap it, do a retest, and it makes an uptrend, boom, right here, go long. See how far these loans want to go. Do we want to go to the top of the gap? Do we want to consolidate? We just gonna ride the loans. Let's drop down to that hour and see what it's looking like. Yeah, I don't see no retest yet, but it did make an uptrend. Let me see, 5 minute. Did we retest it? Look like we did. Oh no, not quite. It just started making an uptrend. So the hourly, on the other hand, it didn't make the uptrend just yet on the hourly. Didn't make the uptrend just yet on the hourly. Yeah, it ain't make the uptrend just yet on the hourly. It had to break this high right here. It looked like it's trying to push though, but it didn't make it just yet. So it's a chance that we could be coming back down to pull back the retest, but I don't know though. It depends. It just depends. If it does come, like I said, if it comes down here, we're gonna look for that uptrend to form underneath here. I mean, once it retests it, then boom, get in them longs, take it to the first previous high, then all the way to all time highs. But I could see this also happening. I'm on the hourly if y'all want to know. I could see this kind of happening too, where we got this hourly gap, boom, and we do a break and retest this hourly gap and never come back down here. So I can see us doing this instead. We do break, retest, higher high, boom, little green, take them longs, take them longs to here. But only if we can close past that previous high. If we can't close past that previous high, it don't matter, you know. Don't matter. If we can't close past that previous high, it just take that high and reverse right back down on us. Okay. Now, once we get up here to the top of this daily gap, I'm gonna be honest, I'm super precautious. I don't know if I'm gonna try to hold it through there because it's a chance that we reverse. It's a big old gap. We can reverse and be consolidated for a couple days and stuff. So once we get to the top of the gap, I dang near want to leave the trade alone and see if we can push through. I'm not gonna be ready to get back in another trade until we get above this last daily gap at 26,297. Okay, so but that's pretty much what we looking for. Basically, looking for an uptrend on the hourly. Okay, put this here. All right. For the shorts, it's a huge hourly gap. I mean, yeah, you could take shorts in the hourly gap. Y'all know I don't like trading in the gap though, so maybe scalp a short if we make a downtrend underneath this gap, take it to the bottom. But I don't really like trading in gaps, so I'll probably leave it alone. All right, so that's MNQ. Let's hurry up and jump over to MYM. MYM really didn't do nothing today. Kind of just went sideways. MYM higher high. Well, we got high. It ain't a higher high, is it? Man, we just got a high, a low, another high, another low. It's consolidating. So NYM, you don't keep this chart how it is, leave it alone. Possibly look for longs off of this daily gap, but it's not really a trend, so we just can't really touch nothing yet on NYM. Got to see either lower lows or higher highs. So we could mark alert at the bottom of this green candle because that'll make a lower low. Okay. And then if it come break, I think this high right here, but it gotta be a green candle though. But it break this high up here, that'll make that higher high. Okay, so gotta see it break one of these two first, and then just trade that direction. All right, going to MGC, going to gold, man. I don't know what to say about gold. Gold just it's ridiculous, bro. Gold, I don't know how the heck it's just moving this far up. I don't like is gold trying to be 10,000? What is it trying to do, bro? Like this is ridiculous. I end up catching some of this gold at the end of the day. Pretty much gold, we got the same game plan as we did yesterday, Monday, every single day these past 5 days. Go on the hourly, follow the trend. That's it. Go to the hourly, follow the trend until you get to all-time high, then drop down to the 1 minute, follow the trend. So today, I end up catching gold longs. But I caught them on the 1 minute. Caught them on the 1 minute. So let's go here, right here. Because I wasn't watching gold the whole day, but when I got on towards the end, I ended up catching gold long. Pretty much all I did was wait till a 1 minute uptrend came and took long to see if we can get to this all-time high again. We had this pullback, or we had higher high, higher low, higher high. Did a pullback. We did make that lower low. I took that initial breakout right here when we made a higher high. Once we made this higher, I said we so close to making this higher high and solidifying this low down here. So once we broke and made a higher high, I ended up jumping in longs. Pretty much got out the top of this candle. Then I believe wasn't this? Let's see. This was that all-time high. That what it was. Let's go back on a daily. Wasn't that the all-time high area? Yeah. Let's see. It's green. Oh no, that wasn't the all-time high area. Hold up. Hourly. Oh, this is right before the all-time high area. Okay. So pretty much I got in my first trade. Just off the breakout, right? Then the second one, I actually seen that red counter. I said, okay, well now we actually finna make this uptrend. Seen that red counter, and I said, you know what? All I need is a higher high, and I'm gonna get in alone, cause that'll be what number 3 of the 1, 2, 3, right? That'll be 1, 2, boom, 3 cross number 1. You know that's the long to get in to go to the other side. Okay, so I don't even know why this. I got in here, cause I got in once it crossed. So boom, when it crossed, it made that uptrend. Set my stop loss at the bottom of these, the lowest point between the old high and new high. And then I took it. I didn't think it was gonna go straight up to the all time highs, but it went to the all time highs. And we looked up. It went to it in 1 minute. So that was 2 trades on gold. Like I said though, the game plan for gold is go to the hourly, follow whatever trend. So it's in the uptrend right now. We just gonna follow the uptrend. Right now it's making a high. We gotta wait on some pullback. Wait on the first green. Boom. Aim for the previous high. Stop loss at the solidified level. Okay. So it's plain and simple. Especially when we at these all-time highs, y'all. That's all we can do is ride the waves. That's it, man. That's all we can do is try to ride the waves. That's all we can do. So if we get that pullback, this is where I'll be looking to get in them loans and off of this gap. Something like that. Alright. So what we need when we come tap this gap, we need a high, low, higher high. Get in at that higher high point. So get in right there when 3 crosses 1. Aim for the previous high, wherever that'll be at in the morning. Alright. Now let's go over these stocks, man. Let's go. We got tomorrow. We said we got Tesla, Meta, and who else? Damn, I done took the Tesla, Meta, Microsoft. Let's go. Daily. Daily, daily, daily. Now, like we said, for Tesla, we was like, hey, it's a chance that we can switch bullish. Yesterday we said, hey, it closed red. It didn't do what we wanted to do. So we shouldn't got in. We said, but it's still a chance because the only way it's not going to do it, we got to come at that lower low. Well, today we closed red again. Closed red twice. So it still can push up. It's still a chance. Off the earnings, so we can shoot straight back up, but right now it's red candles. The Bears in control. I'm not fighting against them. You hear me? I'm not gonna be the one to try to fight against the Bears. Now we did fail to close below this daily gap right here. Did we touch the bottom? Let's see. Yes, we touched the bottom. Touched the bottom, failed to close below at this 430.73 level. So what that tells me, it's a chance of a pullback, then come retest the top. Retest the bottom again. Or if with no earnings coming, we can just completely flip green and start moving back up. But right now, the Bears in control. We got lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. This look like it's trying to come make this lower low. It look like it, but I'm not getting in off of a red candle failing to close past the level. You get what I'm saying? So I gotta have clean breaks for me to want to get in. But tomorrow for Tesla, if you try to get in before the earnings come out, pretty much what I'm looking for Tesla is, I'm gonna say if you trying to play the earnings, you probably need to wait towards the end of the day before you jump in it. But if you really strong on being short, probably look for the hourly level. Hourly time frame to build a downtrend underneath 630.73 to take us down to 626. And then you kind of want to see us close inside this gap. You don't really want us to close above the gap because the earnings can come out, shoot us all the way up. So you want to see us start building base on the 626. Now tomorrow, let's say this. Say if somehow tomorrow Tesla drops all the way below 624. And Tesla drops below 624 and we start building downtrend on the hourly underneath there. Man, taking the 417 is beautiful. Should be easy. Take it to 417. Now, if we can close past 417 tomorrow, them earnings should push us all the way down to that 4645 low. But it just really depends on you. You never know with them earnings, man. But looking at Tesla right now, the bears are in control. Let's look at this monthly. Monthly, we met a higher. Well, we met a low, higher high. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna put it past them earnings pushing us back up, man. I ain't gonna put it past it, bro. Cause it's a chance we might turn back green, bro. We might see Tesla earn come and push us all the way back to 450s. I don't know. I mean, or I'm either thinking if I'm looking at this monthly, I'm thinking we gonna. I mean, we could close in this area, but usually when you hear earnings, you thinking big moves. So if we gotta guess the big move, either we pushing hard to flip back at 450 to at least get green. So I think probably in this month at 460s, 460s or so, or them earnings gonna come out super bad and we come break this. Well, I don't know if we're gonna break that 380. No, yeah, them earnings gotta push down hard. It gotta at least come down to like 400. At least break the 400 or something. I don't know. I think I'm gonna react after earnings come out for Tesla. That's what I think I'm gonna do, y'all. I think I'm gonna do that. Meta. Let's check out Meta. Told y'all Meta dang there needed to just go straight up. It didn't. So I don't know, Meta. I don't know. I think honestly these earnings we gonna just play after the earnings come out, y'all. We ain't even finna try to guess and gamble, man. We gonna wait till the earnings come out and then play it like that. Okay. So look, even with Tesla, I said it failed to close below that data gap. I said we should see a pullback. What's going on? The pullback happening. Pullback happening. Now, if it start building an uptrend, I ain't gonna lie. I'll probably grab Tesla long before the earnings because it's probably finna shoot all the way up. If we start building an uptrend on this hourly, I think I'm gonna take a gamble with it. Probably gonna grab me a 450 Tesla long. Buy for it shouldn't even be that expensive. If I'm buying it for 450, probably be about $100 or something. Just go on here and risk that little 100. But that's what I'm doing. This ain't financial advice. All right. But yeah, we gonna wait on these earnings. We gonna let the market open tomorrow, and we probably talk about it on stream. But yeah, y'all have a good one, man. This our analysis for tomorrow. So y'all have a good one. Your boy Keith is out. Peace.